Hey guys, I want to introduce you to the new lure, the Jerkster. So the Jerkster is a great sliding jerkbait, and it's very, very easy to fish. You can just cast and retrieve, or you can jerk it home, spin stops, twitch, etc. The real unique thing about the Jerkster, other than being made with the details of a real roach, we 3D scanned a real roach and put the details on, is the fact that you can change the sound and the sink rate of this lure. As you can see here in the back, we have made a chamber that you can access through this little plug here. And all you have to do is just take a little hook in here and you can pull out the plug, and you can then change the sound and the sink rate. So without any balls inside, the Jerkster actually is a very slow sinking lure, so you can fish it really, really skinny. You can fish it in the shallow bays and it works just under the surface. You can add just one glass ball and a silent lure will be transformed into a noisy clicking lure. So now with that ball inside, you have a big noise. And then you can add 1 or 2 steel balls and you can make this lure medium or even moderate to fast sink. Comes in 2 sizes. The 115 or 115 millimeter, awesome for fishing the areas for smaller pike on the days where those big mamas just want that small lure. And the 145, which is brilliant for your all-round jerkbait fishing. Great casting distance. With the Jerkster, you can also buy these little kits here where you get 3 extra steel balls and 3 extra glass balls and spare plugs, should you be so unfortunate to lose the plugs on the back here. So this is one lure that I see can really revolutionize your pike fishing. 3D Roach Jerkster. The 3D Roach Lipster is a lure based on the scan of a real roach. So you can see the details are amazing. It just looks like the real thing. The tail is made out of TPE, so temperature elastomer. And it gives this very realistic bounce in the water. And as you can see, those big follow pike, when they see that tail flapping right in their faces, there's just no hesitation. They just hit this lure hard. The Lipster is designed for cranking down. So this stop and go retrieve action. So you just crank it down and he will roll and flash and kick with the tail. And when you make a spin stop, he will very, very slowly rise in the water and the pike just inhale it. So it's equipped, the big size is equipped just with 1 treble hook, as you can see on the belly. You can move that treble hook to the tail if you have a lot of tail strikes during casting or trolling. It's a great lure for casting and searching, as I said, stop and go retrieve, but also really good for slow trolling. It will move at even the slightest speed, and the TPE tail makes this lure irresistible. So the Shine Glider, as you can see, looks just like a real roach. It's made from a scan of a real roach, and it has a very open and flared tail in TPE material. So this TPE material looks very realistic in the water and has a great bounce. And we have this restricted joint here that's silenced. So it has a little foam bouncer in there, so it's quite silent. The high profile makes this lure just glide and shine all over the place. So the 3D Roach Shine Glider, slow sink, big, wide glide, an amazing attraction on the big predators. It comes in 2 sizes, the small one here of 13 centimeters and the big one of 18 centimeters. 13 centimeter Freestyler. We're bringing this back to the market because of demand, and we bring it out in the 13 centimeter version. And I've tuned it so it's really slow sink, so it's perfect for the skinny water fishing, the brackish areas, the canals, the smaller ponds. And I've tuned it so that it has even bigger belly flash and side-to-side movement on the twitch. Another great product that we're bringing out that is perfect for the Freestyler is these little tailbait corkscrews here. As you can see, I can very easily transform the Freestyler into a little tailbait. The tail has 2 split rings, and 1 split ring with a hook goes in the lower eye, and you mount the corkscrew in the second split ring. And with that, using like the longer tails from the hard eel, or my favorite for this purpose, the sand eel curl tail, you have a great little tail bait. Hey guys, I want to introduce you to a brilliant new lure from Savage Gear. It's a 3D hybrid pike. 3D hybrid pike is a hard lure with a detachable and changeable soft PVC tail. And under the hybrid pike here is a great new release system, so that once the fish are hooked, they will actually, the lure will actually release and come away from the pike. The stinger here is attached to a built-in swivel that can actually turn, so when the pike is trying to throw the hooks, they cannot, because that swivel will just rotate. The front hook here you can choose to leave on or take it off the swivel, and the stinger clips perfectly up in this little slot under the belly here, as you can see. The 3D hybrid pike comes with two different tails. The paddle tail had this great rocking swimming action. You can just unscrew it. As you can see, the hard body here has a corkscrew, and then you can just change that into the curl tail. The curl tail may not look natural for the pike, but it actually leaves a very interesting swimming pattern. The curl tail is designed so that the front body doesn't rock, it just goes straight. So if you ever watch the pike, how it actually has the body quite straight on the swim, this is exactly what will happen with this curl tail on. And the curl tail here leaves this really provoking and enticing movement pattern in the water, and the pike, they just love it. So combine the super realistic features on the 3D hybrid pike with this great movement pattern and the super release system here, and you have one incredible lure. It comes in two sizes. The baby version here is a 17 centimeter, and the big one is a with the paddle tail, it's a full 25 centimeter, but actually with the curl tail, as you can see, comes pretty close to a 40 centimeter lure. So 3D hybrid pike from Savage Gear, awesomeness. The 3D TPE Mayfly. And as you can see, it's a very small lure. It's made out of temperature elastomer, so it's very, very durable. And this temperature elastomer has this great effect that when you counterbalance it with the right weight, it will actually move like a real live insect in the water. As you can see here, the tail will kick and bounce, and the legs, you can almost see it here, just the slightest movement, and they will just shiver and kick in the water. It comes pre-rigged with a size 3, quite strong single hook on the belly. And as you can see, the actual weight here on the belly is also so detailed that you can see the details of the insect there. So the 3D TPA Mayfly is just one amazing finesse lure. Chub, perch, trout, bass, you name it. Everything will hit these small babies. TPE Mayfly from Savage Gear.